Brodie energizes the Nuggets as they take on the Clippers. You're watching CS 105.1, where I talk about sports and movies. Good vibes. Let's get it. How's it going, everyone, and welcome. I'm CS Chandler, here for another take of Nuggets basketball. So the Nuggets took on tonight, second end of a back-to-back, going head-to-head with for the fourth time, and I believe the final time against the Clippers on a Western night in Ball Arena tonight. Jokic still out due to illness, and AG still out due to calf strain. Different aspect to though is that Kawhi Leonard was also out today because of personal reasons. He had to evacuate his family due to the fires in LA. Hoping that everyone is fine there. I have a lot of friends and family there too. So if you are watching this, definitely, hopefully you are all safe. I've tried to reach out to as many people as I can, but if I haven't reached out to you and you're safe, let me know. But the starters were Christian Braun, Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, Brodie, and then this time around, Malone learned from yesterday, and he put DJ in for the starting center instead of Sarge, and it worked really well. I think a lot of people are giving DJ some kind of flack for not being being clumsy at times or whatever. But for me, I see he is stronger than Sarge, and that's what you need, especially in such a physical league right now. You need a strong backup five, and DJ is your man. Sarge is getting there. I don't know how long it's going to take him, but he has his own kind of bag of tricks. So, but the Clippers again were without Kawhi Leonard, and it was an interesting game to see from them. I believe a lot of their mind was back home in LA. But the Nuggets in the fast break blue jerseys, Clippers were rocking their white jerseys, and Nuggets got a win. It was a good win, a much needed win, I should say, for the Nuggets. Final score 126-103. They blew them out. So what happened in the game? Let's dive into it, and then we'll get into stats and again big takeaways. So first quarter got off, and the Nuggets set the tone early with the first quarter controlling the tap, and Murray hitting a floater plus a foul for the game's first points. Although Denver forced turnovers, they initially struggled to convert those turnovers, allowing Powell to tie the game right away with a three. The Nuggets quickly regained a lead with a three from CB, and even though the Clippers' playmaking started off really sloppy, they started to lock in a little bit, and they went on a little run to tie the game with a three from Batum. Murray, though, puts up a two to get the Nuggets first to 15, and MPJ found his rhythm midway through and went to a Porter quarter. You could say he had a little Porter quarter himself in there. Quick, I think it was like 7 points or whatever. In the span of only 3 plays, he got up there really quickly, adding a jumper and a three-pointer to stretch the lead. Dominant sequence followed, though. This is probably the highlight, I feel like, for me at least, with the game, was that DJ went to the foul line. He had a bucket, and he was going to get the and one. He missed it the first opportunity. I say opportunity because then Zubac actually went in early, and so they had to redo it. But in that one initial miss, Russell Westbrook just kind of flew in, and he actually got the rebound out of nowhere. But because they had to restart because of Zubac, he then was actually closer. He was right next to Zubac, and apparently he told Zubac, "You're not going to get the rebound. I promise you, I'm going to get it." And sure enough, DJ on the second attempt misses again, and Brodie got the ball and put it up for a quick 2 points. It was an awesome play, and quickly out of that, MPJ got a steal, leading to another 3 for the Nuggets and causing the Clippers to call timeout. The Nuggets then opened up a 12-point lead as the bench checked in and maintained that energy. Nuggets surged to a commanding 33-19 lead, outplaying the Clippers on both ends to end the quarter. So then the second quarter saw the Nuggets maintain their momentum as the Clippers started off with a miss. Nuggets got the rebound and Murray to PWat for a reverse dunk. Nugs went on a hot streak, draining 3 consecutive threes from Murray to Sarge. Sarge got a 3 off, which is really nice to see him actually having a good game. Then back to Murray again for a 3 after Sarge got a steal in there, forcing Clippers again to do another timeout. CB then went for a Euro step and a bucket and the foul to extend the lead to 21. And then Strawther had himself a nice little game as well tonight. Strawther added back-to-back threes, getting the Nuggets first to 50. Clippers respond with a 10-3 run, knocking down the lead from 25 to 17. But Brodie then fouls Zubac to get the Clippers into the bonus with the remaining 5 minutes of the half. CB on a fast break stops a 10-0 run by the Clippers, and the Nuggets held their ground, winning the second quarter as well, also with 33 points as a 33-31, and go into the half on top, 66-50. And then we get to the third quarter. Third quarter kicked off with a turnover again with by the Clippers, giving MPJ the chance to drain a 3 for the first points of the half. DJ's defensive presence was critical, helping the Nuggets stretch their lead to 18. The game became foul heavy, with both teams frequently heading to the free throw line. Nuggets racked up more fast break points, though, with Zubac's goaltend on which then got the lead up to 22, and then forcing the Clips to take another timeout. Brodie then muscled Powell. This was a great play as well. He muscled up Powell to get a layup in the foul to get the lead up to 25. He even did a little like rocking the baby kind of motion. That energy and that presence just really is infectious, and I can't wait to see him in person when I go to a Nuggets game coming up here. But then Powell's sharpshooting kept being the thorn in the Nuggets' defensive side. He was just on fire. I don't know what it is about I think it's just overall general this season. He's having a very good season. For a long time, the past, I feel like 3 months, I've really felt that Christian Braun deserves the most improved player. But now seeing how consistent and good Powell has been, he definitely, I think, will get the best or most improved player award at the end of the season. He's just been awesome for the Clippers, a thorn for the Nuggets. While fatigue, though, began to show for the Nuggets, Brodie kept battling on and crashing the glass, driving towards the rim to get the lead up to 27, and then gets fouled to get the Nugs finally into the bonus. But it was once again consistent buckets from Powell that kept the lead down, and luckily Dario Sarge's final bucket of the quarter restored a commanding 21-point lead, I should say, as the Nuggets closed the quarter as well, 32-27. So they've won 3 quarters in a row. Awesome. And then the fourth quarter, as the fourth quarter began, Jamal Murray set the tone with a 3, making the Nuggets the first to hit 100. And then CB's hustle shone through as he battled the Clippers defense, assisting PWat for a bucket and an and 1. Though PWat missed the free throw, Strawther and Murray each drained a 3 to get the lead up to its highest of the game of 29. So close to a 30-point lead. And then that was when the gas started to kind of wear out for the Nuggets once again around the midway point of the fourth, like we saw yesterday. Luckily, we weren't facing the Celtics, we were facing the Clippers, and the Clippers cut the lead to 23, and then CB got a little run, a little ISO run himself to build it back up to 28 by himself. But then the reserves took over. Pickett actually drained back-to-back threes, which was awesome. Got the lead up to 26, and they wrapped up the garbage minutes as Nuggets outscored the Clippers 28-26 and in the fourth, and secured a dominant 126-103 victory. Let's go Nuggets. So we'll get into stats right after this. Hey everyone, let's talk sound quality. Imagine having pro-level audio that's easy to set up, flexible, and sounds incredible. That's the Røde Pod Mic USB. It's got both USB and XLR connections, so whether you're recording solo at home or in a full studio setup, you're covered. And get this, the built-in DSP effects let you adjust the sound with zero lag. You get that deep, smooth broadcast tone right out of the box. It's versatile, powerful, and basically makes your voice sound like pure gold. And we're back. All right, so stats here. We have Christian Braun with 28 minutes, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. He was 6 for 8 from field goals, 2 for 2 from three-pointers. That's amazing to see him not missing a three-pointer tonight. I hope that helped his confidence there. He had 1 for 1 free throw for the 1 3-point play that he completed, which is awesome. He had 0 turnovers, also an awesome number for him. 4 personal fouls. He was a plus 11. Michael Porter Jr. played 27 minutes tonight, had 19 points, 8 rebounds, another near miss double-double, 2 assists, 1 steal. He was 8 for 12 from field goals, 3 for 5 in three-pointers. He had 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, was a plus 15. DJ played 23 minutes tonight, had 12 points. Like, we had 6 players tonight in double figures. Awesome productivity from the squad here. He also almost had a double-double as well. He had 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. He had 5 for 6 from field goals. He had 2 for 3 in free throws, which is something you don't often see from DJ. He is usually really horrible with his free throws, but tonight he made all but 1, which was the kind of the needed one for Westbrook to really steal the show there. And then he had 0 turnovers as well, which is another great stat for him. 2 personal fouls. He was a plus 17. Then we have Westbrook, who played 29 minutes tonight. I feel like he should have played a little bit more because he was good. He had a lot of dumb plays. There was a couple turnovers that he shouldn't have done, but, you know, he had a good night, and especially that energy really fed the squad, and he should have stayed on. I think if he would have stayed on for at least, 35 minutes, 34 minutes or so, he could have gotten a triple-double. But he did get 19 points. He got 6 rebounds, 8 assists, so also he actually was the closest one to a triple-double. So he had 8 for 16 from field goals, 1 for 5 in three-pointers, 2 for 5 from free throws. He had 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, was a plus 18. I could have sworn he had a steal in there too. He's always in there some way. You know what? I think it was he did have a steal, but it got knocked out of bounds, and so it stayed with the Clippers after that. But he's always working hard. And then Jamal Murray played 33 minutes tonight. He played the most amount of minutes for the Nuggets tonight. Had 21 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 7 for 13 from field goals, 4 for 6 in three-pointers, 3 for 3 in free throws, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, was a plus 24. So Murray starting to get a little rhythm again. Let's hope he can be consistent, especially when Jokic comes back. Then for the bench-wise, we'll get to Strawther. Julian Strawther played 31 minutes, the second most amount of minutes by a Nugget tonight. He had 16 points tonight, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He was 5 for 10 from field goals, 4 for 8 in three-pointers, 2 for 2 in free throws, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, and was a plus 18. Like, awesome, consistency from him right now. And that's what we really need and want to see. Peyton Watson also, he played 24 minutes, had 9 points, so Pointage wise, he didn't have as good of a game, but his defense was on point, and that's the main thing I wanted to pull out here. So he had 4 rebounds, he had 1 steal, and 2 blocks. He had 1 turnover, and then he had 3 personal fouls. He was, though, a plus 17. Gotta love the energy and the productivity that you get from PWat when he's on there. So overall stats here, we got 45 rebounds to their 40, and that's without Jokic. They had Zubac, and yet we still out-rebounded them. Zubac had 8 rebounds. Like, DeAndre Jordan out-rebounded Zubac, which is crazy to see. Even Sarge out-rebound, or not, he almost out-rebounded, because Sarge had 7 rebounds. So, I mean, that's awesome to see, though. So, 45 to their 40, 29 assists to their 14. We had 7 steals to their 8, and then 3 blocks to their 6. They had 6 blocks. Mo Mamba had two blocks there, and then they had a couple of blocks each. Even Harden had a block, damn. And Harden, I think another key point here is that Harden only went to the foul line 5 times, and he only made 4 of 5. He actually missed one. Him and Powell both missed one, but Powell, he was a huge issue. He went to the foul line 13 times and made 10 of the 13. So he was a big thorn. He had 30 points, Powell did. That's just... But glad we're done. We're done with the Clippers unless we match up with them in the playoffs. So we had 51% from field goals. They had 37%. We had 48% from three-pointers. They had 28%. We were 64% from free throws. They were 80%. We had 11 turnovers. They had 11 turnovers. We had 24 personal fouls. They had 15 personal fouls. So, seems like the Clippers and the Nuggets keep on evening out the score every season so far. We've just stuck at 2-2 apiece. We seem fairly even with that squad. So, still good productivity from both teams. It was a good game, despite the what's happening in LA. So we'll get into big takeaways after this. As a cinematographer, photographer, and now a podcaster, I do believe lighting is everything. And if you're serious about creating dynamic content, you need to check out Nanlite. They're all about precision and control. Whether it's soft, natural lighting, or vibrant colors, Nanlite gives you full flexibility to set the mood for any scene. From compact LEDs to powerful softboxes, Nanlite has light solutions that fit every setup. It's ideal for photographers, like myself, videographers, like myself, and creators who want to pro-grade quality right out on their fingertips. With Nanlite, you're lighting like a pro every time. And we're back. All right, so big takeaways here. It's hard not to put this victory on what's happening in LA right now. Clearly, the Clippers were distracted, understandably, and though it was a much-needed win for the Nuggets, it's not always the win you want to have at another's expense. I don't want to be a Celtics kind of fan, with the Nuggets. I don't want to be that dirty fan of, win at all costs and everything. There's just a level of sportsmanship and honor that you have to maintain. And so I'll still take the win. We definitely needed it, but at the same time, I just hope that everyone in LA is being as safe as possible, and I hope that the team, the Clippers, are safe and good. So you never want to see them going through misery and we getting the win off of their misery. That just is not doesn't make you feel as good, as if there were full strength. And if we had won against the Clippers last night, that would have been the best feeling. And then we still need to feel good about the Nuggets after that, because we still played hard, but still nice to have a win. Though Jamal was the highest scoring Nugget tonight, And even though he was, and he also had the DPO keychain that Malone gave him, I feel the team was really led by Brodie, whose energy really helped the Nuggets push past the tail end of a second back-to-back, like a double back-to-back. We had the Spurs back-to-back, and then we have the Celtics and Clippers back-to-back. We split both back-to-backs. It would be nice to have a back-to-back that we win both games, but at least we got 2 of the 4 games there. And Brodie definitely helped, I think, the Nuggets get that win with his energy itself. Like, despite the fact that sometimes he missed some shots or he caused some turnovers, his energy just really kept them motivated to keep on pushing past the fatigue, past that wall, break down that wall. And so I really appreciate Brodie on the team and his what he's contributed. He's definitely even better than a Bruce Brown, I feel like, right now for the Nuggets. It's really awesome to see. I never thought I would say the Nuggets have their Bruce Brown back, even though Bruce Brown isn't really back with them. So Strawther also showed he could maintain a high-level performance, and the Nuggets need that if they are going to be able to be a title contender, as well as the performance from PWat. But I also think that the other piece of this here is that Dario Saric getting in a decent game. And when I say decent game, I mean not terrible. That you kind of need that. We need more from our backup 5s, and tonight we finally got that. DJ was great. Saric was not horrible. If they can maintain that level of consistency when AG and Jokic comes back, then the Nuggets can build an actual winning streak. I feel like I'm like 100% serious on that. They can build a winning streak if their backup 5s are on top of things. And then you also have the bench putting shit together. You have Jamal now going on a heat streak, as well as Michael Porter Jr. Like, come on, we're golden almost, you know? Like, the biggest threat would then be the Thunder, and we beat them once. We're tied with the Thunder right now, right? So let's go Nuggets. But what does this mean for this win for the Nuggets now? So as we knew yesterday from that loss, we went to the 4 seed, and again, if we had lost again tonight, we would have been the 6th seed, because we would have fallen 20-16. Which it would have tied with the Lakers. And since the Lakers we have the tiebreaker against the Lakers, we would be on top of them. So they would have dropped to the 7th seed. We would have been the 6th seed. And then the Clippers, I believe, would have been at the 5th seed, which would have then brought the Mavericks back to the 4th seed. But because we won, we maintained the 4th seed, and now we are a full game ahead of the Mavericks. Which is fantastic, a great place to be in. And then hopefully Jokic will be back, especially for the games against the Mavericks, so we can definitely widen that gap there. And then the other good thing, just real quick, non-Nugget stat here, but the fact that in the OKC versus Cavs game tonight, OKC took a loss, so their 15-game winning streak finally ended. Thank you, Cleveland. Thank you, Cavs. I know the Cavs blew us out twice in a row this season, but I never really hate the Cavs. It's kind of difficult to hate them when they're an honorable team. I will say that the Cavs are an honorable team. They're not a Celtics. They're not going to win at all costs kind of thing. They win right. And to their credit, OKC does that a little bit too. They're very arrogant, and they're young and arrogant, but they do at least play not a dirty game. Celtics are such a dirty team. So I'm so glad to see that Thunder finally took a loss. And so now they're 30-6. Man, they only have 6 losses. That's just stupid. And the Cavs only have 4 losses. Here we are coming to the midway point of the season, and they only have 4 losses. So then the next games, so they're going to have a day off tomorrow, And then they'll be back on Friday night against the Brooklyn Nets. They'll be hosting the Brooklyn Nets. So we won, if you remember, we won that matchup early on in the season against them on the quick road game there. We got a road win on them on overtime. So now we'll host them, and hopefully we will get a win again. Hopefully Jokic will be in that lineup as well. We can get a nice little good vibes going into Dallas, because we definitely need to win both of those games in Dallas and take the tiebreaker away from them. So we have those 3 games, and it looks like I said before, I'm not really super worried about the Nuggets. I know a lot of fans freak out, and they freak out early on when things don't go right and everything. But when you really know the Nuggets, you have to have patience with them. They've done this several seasons before, and the good thing is that a lot of teams are struggling right now, and except for the Celtics, Cavs, and Thunder, every other team is struggling right now. So it's nice to see that we're not so bad. We're pretty much in contention so far for a title. So let's keep the good vibes rolling. And that's pretty much all I got for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe. Share it out to your friends and family. And please be safe out there for all my LA fans and friends and family. Please be safe. And then as far as Nuggets fam, we'll see you on Friday. And you've been listening to CS 105.1, where I talk about sports and movies with good vibes. We'll see you later.